NK Music on the track.
According to the scriptures, to the Bible, God's chosen people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You are God's chosen people. So rain, sleet, or snow, we gonna come out here for our people, because it's commanded of us by the Most High God to come out to the highways and byways to show our people where they're going off, to give them reasoning behind why they go through the things that they go through, why our households are broken, why we are, as a people, at the bottom of society. We are here to give you the reasoning, and it's all been in the book right in front of us in everybody's house, the Bible. Contrary to what you may believe and what you have been taught, the answer to all your questions in life are right here in front of you. Everybody got it, and you can download it on your phone. It's in your house. Big Mama had it, Granddaddy had it. Everybody got this book, and the answers to your problems, the answers to life are right in front of you. All you got to do is open it and read it. And that's the main reason why we hit the corners all around the world for our people. The Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You are God's chosen people. You've been to the churches all your life. You never heard that. Why? Because the other nations don't want you to know who you are. If I was your enemy, I would not tell you who you are, because you're special. Because God chose you and is only dealing with you. That's why you as a people, as a nation, were the only people on this planet that ever went into slavery on a slave ship. Think about that. Why didn't that happen to anybody else? Why didn't that happen to the Chinese man, the Japanese man, the East Indian, the so-called white man? Why didn't that happen to them? Why is it that your people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, are the only ones that went into slavery? Why are we the only ones that can't work together? Why are we the only ones gunning each other down on a daily basis? We don't consider these things. We don't even know where we come from. We quick to label ourselves with Negro, Black, African American. Those titles were given to us. But when you actually open the Bible and read it, you'll find out that God chose you and called you Israelites, meaning princes and princesses with power with God, meaning you are special, holy. You're not like everybody else. You are the salt of the world and you are the light of the world. You can look in any industry throughout the world and see that. Who is the top people in sports and athletics? You already know. Us. We dominate every sport, every industry. Music, cooking, dancing, dressing. Anything you can think of, we dominate. Why? Because the Lord said we are special. We're not like everybody else. But the other nations, the other people, they're not going to tell you that. They're going to try to keep you dumbed down to the point where you don't understand or even give a damn about what's going on. Therefore, you'll take a term like African American and run with it and claim that title. Think about it. I'll give you a question for you to think about. If a Chinese man was born in Africa and then moved to America, would you call him African American? So why do you call yourself that? Why do we call ourselves Hispanics and Latinos or Native Indians? God calls us Israelites. That's right. But the churches don't tell you that. Even though you've been going for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, they ain't never told you that you were an Israelite. Why? And if it ain't you, then who is it? Why ain't they telling you the truth? Why they don't tell you the good and the bad of the Most High God? They don't tell you who he is. The Bible says he is a great and terrible God. And all you have to do is stand back and think about the things that he does. Everybody knows the story of Noah, right? He flooded the whole world and saved one family. So that should let you know he ain't nobody to play with. He flooded and killed everything on the planet and saved one family. So why do we take the Most High God and think he's some type of joke? Thinking that he about smiles and rainbows. Thinking he ready to come give you a hug. If you look around society, you've been putting that belt on your people. Been putting the knee on their neck. Been spanking them left and right. killing us on a daily. Where are these tornadoes and hurricanes hitting at? Are they hitting in Wyoming? Are they hitting in Iowa? No, they hitting where our people dwell at. Louisiana, New York, Philadelphia, Maryland. Where our people are. Trying to let us know that he's dealing with us only. Let me get that in Amos. Amos 3:1. Because whether you want to believe it or not, the Most High God is only dealing with his people, the Israelites. He ain't dealing with the other nations. In fact, he used them as a whipping rod to oppress us because we don't want to follow his ways, his laws, statutes, and commandments. We'll follow the oppressor, so he's going to put them on top of us. Bring that out for me.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Of who?
Of you, O children of Israel.
He ain't speaking to the whole world, because if you think about it, who did Moses go to free from the Egyptians? The Israelites, his people. He didn't go to save the Egyptians. He saved the Israelites from the Egyptians. So God is not for everybody. Get that Christian mentality out your mindset. The Bible said he only dealing with the Israelites. And we're going to stand there bold as lions in front of the other nations for our people, rain, sleet, or snow, to give you the truth of the Bible. Because we tired of seeing our people on the bottom of society, hating each other, gunning each other down, having kids and leaving them, and not knowing what the hell going on. That's why we out here. For you, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, God's chosen people. Read that again.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
From where?
From the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Read that part again. I don't think they heard you.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
The Lord said, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. 18 different nations of people on this planet. He chose one. Therefore, he only dealing with one family. That's why the other nations are above you right now, because you don't know who your God is, nor who you belong to, where you come from, or what you're supposed to be doing. And that's why we out here. Read, finish that out, bro.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity.
He said what?
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
He said he gonna punish us. Are we not punished as a people? Are the police not gunning us down for no damn reason? We ain't got no weapon in hand. They still shooting and killing us. And you see their own people shooting up a grocery store, killing 10 of them. And they walking them to the police car. But we stand there with hands in the air with no weapon in hand, and they gunning us down. The Lord said, I'm going to punish you because I only know you. I ain't dealing with the other nations. He only dealing with the Israelites. Give me Isaiah 1:3. He only dealing with the Israelites. That's what we need to understand. That's why we out here. We ain't out here trying to get no money from you. We don't need that. We work, we being oppressed just like you. But today is the Sabbath day, a day of rest. And that's why we out here giving healing and understanding to our people. We oppressed just like you. We ain't no better. We just got to understand it. And now that we know, it's our job to be out here teaching you so that you can be a light to another brother or sister and get your households in order. Because whether you believe it or not, the kingdom is at hand. And it's only meant for you. The faster you come back to who you are and do what you're supposed to be doing, that's when things flip. That's when you become the rulers of the world instead of the peasants or the workers, the slaves, the oppressed. You become the rulers of this planet. Bring that out, Isaiah 1:3.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
The what?
The ox knoweth his owner.
The ox is a dumb animal. But the Lord say what?
The ox knoweth his owner.
He said, the ox know who he belong to.
And the ass his master's crib.
Everybody know what an ass is. That's a donkey. Another dumb animal. Keep reading.
But Israel does not know.
The Lord comparing us to two dumb animals. Saying them two animals know who they belong to and where they come from. But Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, what?
But Israel does not know.
We don't know, nor do we consider. We want to be African Americans. We want to be niggas. We want to be thoughts.
But Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
We so even want to be in rulership. We don't even want to be considered royalty. We want to be on the bottom of society. We want to work for master day in and day out and get crumbs while they getting rich. Keep reading.
A sinful nation.
A what?
A sinful nation.
Our people don't even know that we be in sin. We living in sin constantly. Don't even know we breaking God's law every day. Keep going.
A people laden with iniquity.
We bred with sin, iniquity. It's all over us. Don't even know it. We think we doing good. Oh, I ain't sinning because I ain't lied to my brother today. I ain't sinning because I ain't shot my brother down the street today. You're sinning on a daily and don't even know it. And the real question is, do you even care? When you see these things constantly happening to your people, they dying from gout, high blood pressure, COVID. All these different things are happening because we keep breaking God's law. Yet and still we trusting in the oppressor, thinking a shot gonna save us. That shot ain't gonna save you from the brother that's shooting at that brother and a stray bullet come in your house. That shot ain't gonna save you. That shot ain't gonna save you from that brother that's drunk driving down the street. That ain't gonna save you. Think about these things. That shot ain't gonna save you from your grandma eating the wrong foods all her life. She gotta get her leg chopped off because she eating the wrong food, breaking God's law. But our people don't care. Keep reading on that.
A seed of evildoers.
A what?
A seed of evildoers.
Now, we ain't out here to tear our people down. We out here to give you understanding. To show you what's going on. Because they ain't going to teach you in the church. Bring it out. They ain't going to teach you in your schools, at your job, and you ain't going to talk about it in your household. So we got to be out here, the oddballs, the ones doing something against the grain, to get you to see and understand and listen to something you ain't never heard before. The Lord said he is only dealing with the Israelites, and he punishing his people because they reject his law. And we here to give you some understanding, some edification, so that you realize what's going on. Because the enemy, they'll do something slick, is try to give you titles on words or situations that transpire to dumb you down to the point where you don't realize that that's the Most High God doing it. Perfect example would be these hurricanes, these tornadoes. Rather than saying that that's the fury of the Lord, like the Bible say, they'll say that's an F1, F2, F4 category tornado. And you'll do what? Write it off and just go duck in the closet somewhere, hide under the stairs, and not realize that that's the fury of the Lord. No understanding. Give me Hosea 4 and 6. Because our people don't understand what's going on. We trust in what the oppressors say and run with it. The same person that been beating you down, been oppressing you all your life, you trust in them to give you the answer. How is that possible? You'll trust in them more than you will your own people. Perfect example is how you'll go way to 280 or go to Hoover to go shop in the mall, but you won't shop with your own people. And then you'll justify the reason why you don't shop with your own people. Oh, they too high. Who they think they are? I can't deal with them. They got attitude. But you'll go way across town to go shop with the enemy. Think about these things. Read that. What's going on, bro? Read that.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed.
You hear what the Lord say? My people, not everybody, my people. Read that again.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
For what?
For lack of knowledge.
Knowledge. What is knowledge? Understanding. Understanding who is in control, why they in control, who you are as a people, why you're not in control. Why is it that you are the best at everything, but you at the bottom struggling, check to check?
And the revelation, yeah.
Understand these things. Why are your households broken? Why your relationships always ending up destroyed? Think about that. Mama been married 3-4 times. You don't know who dad is. You got brothers and sisters from 3-4 different families, blended families, because Pops was a Rolling Stone.
Against each other.
Think about that. We don't work together, crab in a barrel effect on a constant. The only thing we'll do together is gun each other down or stay drunk and high together. We ain't doing nothing that's prosperous. We ain't doing nothing to build each other up. We won't listen to each other, nothing that we got to say. And we wonder why society is the way it is. Why somebody like Kaepernick can get thrown or blackballed out the league just for taking a knee. How George Floyd can get a knee on his neck and nobody give a damn. They sitting there with cameras and phones rather than pull the police off the brother. They standing there with their phones out watching. Oh, how many incidents like that got to happen? Think about these things. Read that again.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Keep going.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
What the Lord say?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
We can come out to talk to our people, tell them to keep God's commandments. They don't want to hear that. But if the man out here, your oppressor, standing out here with a suit and tie telling you how to get this money, you lining up. If he say, give me $100 so you can get 1,000, you scrambling trying to get that 100. But we trying to give you knowledge to change the future, change your family, change your life, and you reject it. And been doing it since the beginning of the Bible. That's why he flooded the world in the beginning. We rebellious, stiff-necked, hard-headed people. And don't even understand why. And don't even care. That's why we out here. For our people, Israel, the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, God's holy seed. You want to hear what the Lord say about you? Give me that in Deuteronomy 7:6. Because the Lord speaks to his people all the time throughout the Bible. He ain't just out there telling you come back to following his commandments. He builds you up, tell you that you're great. You special. You more than a nigger. You more than an African American. You more than what the damn enemy call you. You're more than that. Bring that out, brother.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people.
A what?
A special people.
Special people.
Unto himself.
Unto who?
Unto himself.
Not to everybody, but to who?
Unto himself.
The Lord said you special. All the women out here, always, they grew up with that mindset, I'm special. They grew up trying to be a princess, used to wear them dresses, the makeup, do their hair, stand in the mirror for hours because they felt special.
Bring it out.
But now that you're grown, you don't give a damn. You want to be like everybody else. You grow up in this society and you see what's going on, and yet and still you want to shape your life and mold it to live like the damn enemy. You want to be like them now. You don't want to be special. What did the Lord call you? Read that again.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
He said above all people. He didn't say you were equal to. He didn't say they equal to you. He said you above them. But what do we do? What did they do in the past? March down the street for equality, to be treated like a human. The Lord said you above them. Why in the hell we lining up to vote for them? Why are we marching down the street holding hands for them to have mercy on us? We need to be doing that together, trying to pray to the Most High God for him to have mercy on us. Because he is the one that caused these things to happen. That's right. Stop begging the enemy to help you. He's never going to help you. Never have, never will. You need to come back to who you are, royalty. That's what he said, you special, above all people. Stop trying to be like the enemy. The enemy ain't going to tell you who you are because they don't want you to know. As soon as you come back to who you are, that's when the game changes. When you start keeping God's law, that's when he comes back to fighting for you. But until then, he going to let them reign over you. And you're going to continue to be at the bottom of society, struggling to find a man or a husband, a wife, struggling to keep your family together, struggling to keep your weight down, struggling to understand who you are. The Lord said we destroyed as a people for a lack of knowledge. All you got to do is come back to this book and read it. Give me Revelation 1 and 3. Whether you want to believe it or not, we living this whole book out right now. This book is for you. It's our instruction guide. It ain't for everybody else. Even though anybody can pick it up and read it, the power lies in those who it was written to. The same way the power lied in the Willie Lynch letter. That power was given to the slave owner. The method that was written in that book was written to the slave owner to control the slaves. What power would you have as a slave to read in that letter? You can't even save yourself. You can't feed yourself. What power do you have by reading that book or that letter? You have no power. You can read it all day. But the power lies into who it was written to. Just like this Bible, it was written to, for, and by the Israelites. To give you your understanding, to give you your history, your heritage. So when you pick it up and read it and understand who you are, that's when things start to change. You see brothers and sisters who realize who they are all around this world. They're starting to wake up. You'll see brothers on street corners teaching their people. That's a phenomenon. Brothers out on the street corners teaching with the Bible in their hand, not wanting anything from you. That's a phenomenon. But as soon as you start seeing these things, that's when you start seeing the Esau kingdom start to crumble. You can look around right now. All these jobs and all these businesses that used to be thriving, they can't find nobody to work these jobs no more. Why? Kingdom is crumbling because things are flipping and back into the right order they're supposed to be. Once we get back in order, the world is back in order. As long as we stay out of order, the world is out of order. That's also written in this Bible. Let me get that in Psalms 82 and 5. Psalms 82 and 5. Just to let you know that what we say is true. It's in this book. Everything written in this book is true. Contrary to what your enemies say, the rumors you done heard saying this is a book to use to enslave you, that's a lie. This book was written by a white man, that's a lie. How do I know so? Because this book right here prophesies the downfall and the destruction of the other nation. The same man you say wrote this book. It's prophesied in here for his destruction. And that the other nation would be our slaves. So I know this book was not written by them. I read this book and I see that slavery only happened to the people that it was designed to happen to. And it only happened to one nation of people. That's how I know it to be a true book. They say things like King James was a sissy or a homosexual. How was that possible? If he was the one that was gay, wouldn't he have taken that out of the book? He didn't write it, he just authorized the translation of it. But in Leviticus it says, a man that sleep with another man shall be put to death. But they use that as a plot or a strategy to keep you from reading your history book, which is the Bible. We just here to give you things to think on to change your mindset. Read that for me. Psalms 82 and 5.
Psalms 82 and verse 5. They know not, neither
what?
They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
You see that? We don't know what's going on. Therefore, the world is out of order. Everything is defiled. The sky, the water, the oceans, they all defiled. Everything is out of order because we out of order. Go ahead, bring it up.
Verse 6, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Read that again, because they don't want to be royal. They don't want to be special. What the Lord say?
I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princesses.
You are gods on this earth. Everybody likes saying that, but they don't really try to live up to it. You say you royalty, but you don't want to live royal. You want to live like you on the bottom of society. You don't want to be royal. How do I know so? Because you follow the traditions of man. And the Bible strictly goes against these things. Give me Colossians 2:8. But the Lord said, we out of order, so the world is out of order. Everything that's in the Bible, the world outside of it goes against what's in it. How do I know that? All I got to do is look around. The Bible says a woman's supposed to wear a dress. What do you see in society? You see the men wearing dresses now. You got the celebrities wearing dresses. Westbrook, P. Diddy, A.O.I, Kanye, they wearing skirts and dresses. What are they going to do? Who are they influence? The youth, the generation to come. Therefore, you'll have boys walking around with skirts thinking it's all right. That's how I know the world is out of order. The Lord said we ain't supposed to eat swine, pork, the pig. What does America say? You pig, swine on everything. And then we'll come up with sayings like, I've been eating it all my life. Ain't nothing happened. So I'm going to keep eating. How foolish, how simple. The Bible speaks against these things. The Bible says another man ain't supposed to be able to lay down with another man. What do they say here in America? You can get married. You can change your sex. That's what they preach here in America. And they pushing that agenda harder and harder throughout the movies, the TV shows, the commercials, the cartoons, even at their schools. They got gay clubs at the schools. And then we so dumbed down, we so fearful, we won't even speak out on it. We accepting it. And we know it's wrong. Even the churches, they won't speak against it. But we don't give a damn about that. We care for our people. That's why we out here and we gonna speak against this wicked ass kingdom. Day in and day out. Bring it out. Just like you should be. Because we care for our people. Rain, sleet, or snow. We gonna be out here. If we gotta go to work in rain, sleet, or snow, we gonna come out here and teach our people. Rain, sleet, or snow. That's how much we love you. And don't even know you, but we know you as a people. We know what's going on. We know what needs to happen. You know it to be true as well. But we out here for you. Hopefully the next time you on this side, teaching, waking your people up. Yeah, bring that out. Colossians 2:8.
Beware, lest any man spoil you.
What the Lord say?
Beware, lest any man spoil you.
Don't let no man spoil you or destroy you through what?
Through vain philosophy and vain deceit.
Through philosophy. Saying God's laws are done away with. Or that you equal to these other nations. That you can do what the hell you want to do and everything's good. That's vain philosophy. It don't even make sense. How can you be the most special people on the planet? Everybody else wants to be like you, want to look like you. Think about these things. What's going on, sis? Wow. How can you be like everybody else when the Bible say otherwise? Vain deceit.
That's it. The other thing
All praise. Make sure you check that fly out. We out here for our people. It's high time that we wake up out this deep sleep, realizing what's going on. We've been at the bottom too long. Asking you a simple question, how long is it going to be? How long is it going to take you to realize you know what's going on? You see it every day. You shaking your head. You sucking your teeth at everything you see day in and day out. When you going to make change? When are we going to stop accepting what we see? What's going on, brother? And thinking that this is how we should be living. At the bottom, we the best thing smoking. Why are we at the bottom? Read that part again, brother.
Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
We following blindly behind these pastors, behind these teachers, behind these celebrities, following blindly. They ain't telling you nothing that's building you up. All we doing is standing back watching. When we gonna start watching them doing and acting, putting the action in the work? All they doing is leading us to the slaughterhouse. As a lost sheep, as a lost nation of people, they continuously leading us to the slaughterhouse. Think about it. They build these prisons, and then they set up celebrities to make us build these prisons. They put these celebrities on TV, these rappers, to convince our youth, our people, to go out and do all manner of wickedness. And then we end up locked up or dead, filling these prisons. You don't even know what's really going on. Do you not know that these prison systems use the workers inside to make their companies billionaires? McDonald's is the top one. They use the prison system to help them to make the damn hamburger patty. Look it up. American Airlines. All these major companies are using the prisoners to make their companies rich. Who filling them damn prisons? You got that in Isaiah. Filling the prison house. Who filling the prison house? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We fill the prison house. And then they get that cheap labor from us. What's going on? We just jump in line and go get that double cheeseburger, not knowing that your brother that's locked up is the one putting that patty together. Who running those businesses? Since we on the topic. Who running those businesses? In any city you go to, any restaurant, you're going to see us in the kitchen, us serving food, us being waitress and hostess. We running their businesses and ain't getting nothing out the deal. Yet and still, we trying to live their lifestyle. This ain't a hate campaign. This is a truth campaign to give you the truth of the Bible, to give you your heritage back, your history back. Because most of us don't even know nothing about our history except when we came over here as slaves. Do you know that that's in the Bible? That only happened to one nation of people? We're going to get that for you. Bring this out about these prison houses. Bring that up.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Are we not robbed and spoiled as a people? They robbed us of our heritage, of our land. We don't even have a land. We call ourselves African American. Where is our land? If I say that brother or that person is an Italian, where are you from? He's going to tell me I'm from Italy. And he's going to give me a specific area in Italy. If I ask an African, a so-called African, he ain't going to say I'm African. He's going to say I'm from Kenya. I'm from Ghana. He's going to tell you exactly where he's from. But if you ask a so-called American black where they from, they can't tell you. Read that again.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Destroyed, robbed. Go ahead.
They are all of them snared in holes.
We snared. Go ahead.
And they are hid in prison houses.
They are what?
And they are hid in prison houses.
I bet you didn't know that was in the Bible. Talking about our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We are what?
And they are hid in prison houses.
Who fills the prisons? Who fills the jails? They are what?
They are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey.
For a prey. They prey on us. Because without us, their kingdom can't stand. They preying on us. That's why they hide behind billboard signs waiting on you to speed past them. That's why they setting up roadblocks in your neighborhood and your neighborhoods only. Setting up snares so they can trap you and fill them prison houses. Read that last part again.
They are for a prey, and none deliver.
None deliver.
For a spoil, and none said restore.
Ain't nobody trying to save us. Ain't nobody stepping up saying that's wrong what y'all doing. Why y'all keep oppressing God's people? They don't care. They think that's what they supposed to be doing. And we so blind to the fact we keep falling on into the same trap, the same snare. Filling the prison houses. That's written in the Bible. Slavery is in the Bible. We're going to show you. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. What says this? Yeah.
Give me one. Cause everything y'all doing, I did this down here in Birmingham Civil Rights School. I do poetry. I'm out of African well, and I got my thing going down here. I'm trying to change the young.
That's right. That's right.
And I even did protesting with Mark Myers that was attacked up here at the mall. So things that come for us black people, we need to understand. We need to stop just giving away and just start saving. Because when it do come to the time we need protection, we don't need to protect ourselves because we too busy wearing J's and bullshit.
That's right. That's
and
right.
We can get the hell up and start working a job for our entrepreneurs. So
That's
what
right.
the fuck we love, not what we like.
All
I
right.
got my own clothes design, my Queen style for the freestyle, my rap like Queen Billionaire, and I'm bound 205.
All praises.
All the way live. So it's a blessing that you're doing. Most people can stop and understand that it takes a wise woman or a wise man to understand. Keep doing it.
All praises. All praises.
Amen.
All praises. Just make sure you check that out, though. All right. All right. Yeah. Bring out Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Because a lot of our people don't understand that we are cursed as a people. You blessed every day that you wake up, but we cursed as a people. Not understanding, not realizing what's going on. Bring that out, bro.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Start at 1 and then go to 15. Yeah. Some of you may have heard this, some of you may have not. But it's our job to let our people know.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
This is Moses speaking to the children of Israel in the wilderness. Say that again. This is Moses speaking to the children of Israel in the wilderness, giving them the law, statutes, and commandments. Read that.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 21. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
Future prophecy, meaning it shall come to pass. Future prophecy, go ahead.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
That what?
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
He will do what?
Set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Our people don't even realize that. We ain't never heard that before. That the Lord God said if we keep his commandments that he will set us on high above all nations on the face of the earth. We ain't never heard that. They ain't teaching that in the church, the school, your household, at your job. They ain't teaching it nowhere. But it's been in the Bible the whole time. Read 28 and 15, because that's one side of the coin. What's on the other side?
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt now hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
that what?
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
that what?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So, got the blessing side of the coin and you got the curse side of the coin. This is how we determine who the Israelites are. This is how we determine who God is dealing with. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 46.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
Talking about these curses. Go ahead.
And for a wonder.
For a sign and for a wonder. What does a sign do? A sign identifies. It lets you know where you at, where you going, what's the name of this building or this business. It identifies. Go ahead.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder and upon thy seed forever.
So these curses were going to be upon the Israelites. Anywhere you go in the world, you would be able to identify who the Israelites were just by these curses. And if these curses fit the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and them only, what does that let you know? That those are the Israelites. That sign identifies them to be the Israelites.
Bring it out.
So we're going to bring out some curses written in the Bible that only pertain to the Israelites. Let's go to 37, 28 and 37.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
A what?
Thou shalt become an astonishment.
Something shocking, something amazing. something that people can't believe. Go ahead.
A proverb and a byword.
A proverb, a wise saying. They ain't never on time. All they like is chicken and watermelon. They can't raise, the difference between a black man and an elevator is that the elevator can raise a family. Proverb, wise sayings against his people. Think about that. Go ahead.
And a byword.
A byword. That's a name not given to you by the Most High God. These are the titles that we carry on today. African American, Negro, Black, all these different titles that we run with today. We run with them. Those are bywords. The Lord said that would be a curse on his people. That's just one of the curses. Go to 47.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness.
So these things are happening to our people. Why?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
For the abundance of all things. We only pray and thank the Most High when we get ready to eat something. That's how simple we are as a people. We put our hands together and pray over the food we get ready to eat before we eat. But we don't pray for nothing else. We don't consider the fact that he woke us up this morning, or that he gave us the strength and the energy to make it to and fro wherever we going, that he protected you and your family that whole day, that whole week, or that he put a roof over your head, gave you food to eat or clothes on your back. We don't consider those things. All we want to do is pray over our food when we get it. And it's defiled food at that, processed food at that. We don't thank the Lord for nothing. Read that part again.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
Of all things. We don't thank the Lord for nothing. The fact that I'm still here after so many years, after all the wickedness I done, you had mercy on me, Lord. You don't pray to him for your people. Majority of us pray for ourselves, selfish as hell, simple. Please, let me get this job, Lord. Please don't let them lock me up, Lord. That's the only time you're praying to him. But everybody say, I got a relationship with him, and they beating on their chest. He know my heart. You have no understanding of the Lord. That's why we out here. To wake you up, to make you think. Stop carrying on in foolishness, madness, and folly in this world.
Music on the track.
Open the book and read it. Realize who the Lord is. A great and terrible Lord that will knock you off in a minute. He is no one to play with. That's a real father, a stand-up guy. He said it was going to happen, and it happened.